Hey, 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 good morning, good morning. All right, it's already October, and on October something teenth, I'm heading down to Costa Rica to scout it out, to check out Costa Rica to see if this is where I want to get residency and where I want to, live for the next, at least for the next 3, 4, or 5 years. Yeah, so I leave in a week and a half, and so let's talk about how I'm going to scout it out. Let's talk about what things I need to look at and investigate while I'm in Costa Rica to find out if it's really going to work for me. I have a list of things that I'm going to look at, investigate, check out, scout out, but hopefully you guys will have some ideas of some things that I have not thought about yet. So that's what we're going to do today. Welcome. Hey guys, buenos dias. Okay, good morning. This is my mom. Good morning, mom. Okay, but first, I forgot. I'm skipping ahead. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Stephanie Perry. I'm a house sitter. I'm the creator of House Sitter School. I am the co-creator of Exodus Summit, and I help Black women take a sabbatical, move abroad, bop around as a nomad while embracing ease. If these things sound good to you, please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button, please, and turn on notifications. Ring that notification bell so that you will be notified when I post a new video or when I go live. Welcome. All right. Okay. Did it. Okay. I still didn't fix my comment box, so you're gonna see. So okay. Hello. Hi, Jo. So I can't do all the comments real fast like I usually can because I haven't fixed the box. Good morning, Anita. All right. Good morning, Auntie Lou. Good morning, Elaine. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. It's the perfect time to talk about this because I'm leaving soon, and I won't be live next Saturday because next Saturday we will be in Exodus Summit. Yes, this time next Saturday, we'll be in Exodus Summit, learning from our 21 Black women speakers how to make the move abroad money, right? I get to go to Costa Rica and check it out and see if it's a place that I want to live because I make money without being physically in a job in a specific location. I don't have a job at all, but I'm not opposed to jobs. We have speakers coming in to talk about some of the things that I do, right? I teach online. We have a speaker coming in talking about teaching online. I have information products that don't require me to physically teach, but that help people and pay me. We have Rashida coming in to talk about information products. I'm teaching YouTube marketing, right? How to market your business on YouTube, how to get clients from YouTube. Um, Right. So we have some speakers coming in to talk about some of the ways that I make money, right? But this is not, the summit's not about me. Most of the speakers are talking about things that I don't do and that I'm really interested in. Some of them more than others. We have a session on running a travel business that that supports your luxury travel dream, right? Your luxury lifestyle. That one really interests me because I would like for us to do some sort of in-person things. I don't know. I don't know what, right? Some in-person things. But they need to make money. So I can't wait for Kim West's session on running a travel business that supports your life, your luxury Exodus life. Um, and then and then we have some others that that are not for me, that are for you. Find it right. I wasn't selfish. Rashida and I didn't just go in and get a bunch of speakers who we wanted to learn from. Okay, yes, we do have Kim West, but we have some others too. Um, Libria Jones is coming to talk about finding remote work, to teach you how to actually find remote work. And when she says remote, she means remote. She means work from anywhere, not just work from your home in your city, but work from anywhere. So we have sessions. All the schedule is listed at exodussummit.com. If you're watching live and you go there right now, you won't see my session or Rashida's session. Okay. The cobbler's children have no shoes. Okay. Our stuff is not listed on the schedule yet, but before the day is over, our sessions will be on the schedule as well. So again, get your tickets at exodussummit.com. Exodus Summit kicks off on October 7th, which is Friday. Can you believe that? Time, time is not, time is not moving in normal time ways. Time has just sped up. So October 7th is next Friday. We have a speaker coming in, a keynote speaker on Friday evening. Kirsten Saunders from Rich and Regular is our keynote speaker on Friday evening. Her book is Cashing Out, Win the Wealth Game by Walking Away. Yes, we'll be giving some books away as well. The Plutus Award winner for Best New Personal Finance Book. Plutus Award winner for Best New Personal Finance Book. Okay, she's doing our keynote speech on the 7th of October, and then 8th through the 10th, we are learning. 8th through 10th is when the speakers are coming in to teach their individual sessions. Okay, so get your ticket at exodussummit.com. All right, link is in the description. Okay, so I did all that so that you'll know why we're talking about this. We're talking about this because I wouldn't be able to. I know, time. What is time? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Everything goes so fast. Yeah, so we're coming up on Exodus Summit. So if you were one of those people, you know who you are. If you're one of those people who is like, I'll just wait. I don't need to get my ticket today. I'll just wait. Keep waiting and see what happens. See, see, see if October 7th doesn't come and go. And then you hear a week later, you hear a bunch of Black women talking about, oh yeah, I'm getting my plan together. Oh yeah, I'm leaving this country. Oh yeah, I'm doing whatever. I'm leaving my job. I'm leaving the country. I'm leaving a relationship that doesn't serve me because now I have the tools to support myself in my new life, right? See what happens if you mess around and forget to get your ticket. Get left back. Don't be left back. Don't be like that. All right. We're super excited about Exodus Summit. This is our third year hosting this summit. I think we crossed over the 1,700 or 1,800. Must have crossed over the 1,800 attendee mark. Could be more than that today. I know yesterday we crossed over 1,800 attendees sometime yesterday. That's 1,800 Black women coming to learn about making move abroad money. We have other sessions on trading and investing, real estate investing, gig work like freelancing. Our speakers talking freelance writing, but freelancing is freelancing, right? You know, it's universal, I think. So whether you're a freelance writer, a freelance artist, a freelance web designer, a freelance art accountant, right? Freelancing is freelancing. You position yourself in the market, you pitch yourself to clients, you provide your services, you get paid, right? So anyway, we have lots of sessions. Go to exodussummit.com. You'll see the sessions. We are crazy excited. And so get your ticket. Okay. It's time. It's time to do that. Okay. All right. But we're going to talk about Costa Rica. So we're talking about this because I wouldn't be able to just up and say, oh, you know what? I'm going to get residency in Costa Rica and move to Costa Rica if it wasn't for some things. If it wasn't for the fact that I make money without going into a job. I love that for me. I love that. I really love that I don't have to be tied to a place, I don't have to be tied to anything at this particular point, and I can just choose. So that's where I am. I'm at the point of choosing. I have notes to talk about the things that I'm going to make sure I do on my scouting trip, but right now, I'm not on the right screen. So if I just am talking, let's see, Costa Rica, there's my packing list. I got everything but what I came here to talk to you about. Well, I think I can do it. It's okay. I think I can do it without finding the list because I don't want to take forever to find it. Okay. So Costa Rica gives U.S. residents or U.S. passport holders 90 days on their tourist visa. So I'm leaving for Costa Rica in October, and I'm not leaving until January. And I'm going to check out some things. The first thing that I need to investigate while I'm in Costa Rica is actually, I want to find the list because I had this really super organized, right? And then Costa Rica scouting trip. Boom. Okay. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I divided things up into 4 categories of things that I need to investigate while I'm in Costa Rica to find out if this is really a place for me. Because I'm not just going to Costa Rica, I'm going to San Jose, Costa Rica. I'm going to the city. It's not the city, but I'm going to San Jose, Costa Rica, not the beach. Most people who move to Costa Rica are going to live in the beach slash jungle slash, not, I don't know if it's jungle, but like green area or near the volcanoes or what have you. And that's not where I'm going. I think I need to go to the city. This may be me being completely wrong, but I think because of the conveniences that I want and need, I think the city is going to be a better fit for me than a beach town. Okay. So I'm checking out cost and conveniences. I'm checking out weather. I'm checking out walkability, and I'm checking out work. So we can talk about these things and what each category, what individual items I'm going to look at in each category while I'm down there. Rebecca, hi Rebecca. You won't have to deal with winter weather. No, indeed, y'all know. So I'm team boycott winter. If you don't know, I'm team boycott winter. I don't want to experience winter weather in my life. So let's talk about weather first. Costa Rica has rainy season and not rainy season, as far as I understand, or San Jose anyway, right? San Jose is in a valley surrounded by, I don't know if they're mountains or hills, right? But it's up and then down. It's high altitude, but down in a valley. And Costa Rica has a significant rainy season, like 6 months out of the year is rainy season in Costa Rica, in San Jose. I think the beach areas on the Pacific side have the opposite rainy season, or I may just be confused. So I'm getting there in the tail end of rainy season, mid-October and through November. I'll be there during rainy season. So we'll see how that works, see how I like it, and see if I can deal with it. Weather really impacts me, right? Like weather really affects me and my day and my mood, and so is does it make sense for me to move to a place that has a significant rainy season, especially if it's muddy and everything is like slowed down or, worse during 6 months out of the year, right? Does this really work? We'll see. I think that yes, I'm going to Costa Rica. Yes, I'm getting residency, but I think that if this is a place that I'm going to live, I think I'm going to expect to be gone for 3 months out of the year at least, right? Give me 3 months of rainy season, but 3 months of not rainy season, in another location. I think that's my plan for now. So yes, establish residency in Costa Rica. I think it's important for Black people, especially Black people in the United States, to have residency in another country. I think it's important. Uh, I don't, I don't, I don't have any expectation that things in this country are going to get better and we're going to be like, oh, it's nice here and there's no danger. It's safe here. I don't think it's getting better. I don't, right? So I think it's important for us to have residency someplace. Costa Rica doesn't care how long you stay in the country once you have residency. So they don't care if I'm only there for 9 months out of the year, 9 days out of the year. They don't care. So the first thing I'm going to check out is the weather. How can I deal with things, especially because I want to be a person without a car, right? Like, can I live in a place like this when it's really, 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 really rainy? We'll see. We'll see, right? And I don't know. I don't know what rainy season really looks like there. Are we talking South Florida? Like, are we talking about Florida in July and August where it rains an hour a day? Are we talking about deluge? Are we talking about the day is just rain all day? And then does that impact getting around? Can I get places? Are the streets flooded and then you can't take the bus to the grocery store or what? I don't know. I don't have the answers to that, right? So I'm going to check that out. But I think the plan is, even before I'm there, even before I've moved there, I think the solid plan is plan to be gone like July, August, September or something, right? Plan to pick 3 months out of that time and just go. That way I don't have to be super frustrated with rainy season every year. As if I lived in Chicago, right? If I lived in Chicago, I would just be gone December, January, February. That's it. That's just that's life, right? So that's the first thing I'm going to check out. You guys have any info for me on that? Hi, Farah. My favorite name. I have favorite names. I don't know. Farah is my favorite name in the world. Hello, Farah. Pat says air conditioning is not needed. That's right. So they're high altitude. San Jose, Costa Rica is high altitude, even though it's in a valley. So they don't get piping hot. Well, climate change. So at this particular time, they don't get piping hot. So the air conditioning is not a thing in most places, right? You're not going to go to San Jose, Costa Rica and find a house that has central air. I don't think. We'll see. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because it's not like it's reaching 90s on a regular basis. Yeah. Anita, yes, I'm a weather snob. Yeah, yeah, people call weather small talk, but I don't think talking about the weather is small talk because it really affects me. Maybe these are people who don't get affected by the weather. But like, give me 4 days with no sun. I am not a happy camper. I'm just balled up and I don't do things. I don't have the energy, even though I don't, even when the sun is out, I'm gonna stay in the house. I'm staying in the house, but I need the sunlight on me at some point. And give me 4 or 5 days with no sun. I just lay around. I like my little battery drains. I'm like solar powered. I think I might be solar powered. Am I solar powered? Right? So I need to know how I'm going to feel in that place. Some things that are important, though, change in how important they are when other things get better, right? So maybe, is it possible that the weather situation, my thing is mirrored and it's hard to see which side this is on. Is it possible that the weather situation will be less impactful if other parts of my life are going extremely well, right? So I'm going to Costa Rica to adopt a kid. Is it possible that the weather will be less impactful over my life if I have another thing that is really that outweighs the weather? I don't know. I don't know the answers. I'm asking questions. I don't know the answers. Hi, Kat. This is Kat from Rebloom Room. Mudslides during rainy season can impact your ability to get around some areas of Costa Rica. I would totally guess that. I don't know if San Jose is built in a way that it doesn't, right? I don't know. Or are there neighborhoods in San Jose that are better than others? We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. Bev says it doesn't rain all day. Okay. And Auntie Lou can't stand summer. Okay. Yeah. F Doctor saying weather can affect one's mood, not mild yet warm climates with sunshine. Warm Need mild yet warm climates with sunshine. Yeah, that's pretty much my requirement too, right? And so, or is a good alternative during rainy season? Just bop to, I don't know how much it costs. I haven't even done this research, which is not like me because I research flight prices like it's my job. But it's been a while since I've done that. I used to research flight prices like it was my job. So I don't know. Maybe it's easy to just get on a plane in San Jose and be at the beach and get your little sun fix for the weekend or for a couple of days. I don't have a real, my work schedule is a little different. So I do most of my work and coaching on the weekends. So would it be reasonable to say, listen, I need some sun. Let me just get on a plane, right? Would I be okay in a rainy place if I could get to the sun like that? We're going to find out. Okay. So this weather is the thing that I'm scouting. Yeah, Tiffany said torrential downpours. So weather is the thing that I'm scouting. I'm going to see what it's going to do for me, like what it's going to be like, and how can I deal with it? Will I like it? Will I hate it? We'll see. Yes. Hi, Trini. Welcome. Good morning. Yeah, we've got a good crowd here today. 363. Hi, guys. Good morning. All right. Yeah. So weather is a thing that I'm scouting in Costa Rica. All right. So the next thing that I'm scouting out is, so we talked about me being really concerned about the weather because I don't want to have a car. I don't want a car life. I don't want a life where I have to get in a car to do things. I don't want to have to get in a car to go to the store, right? To get milk. I don't want to have to get in a car to just live. I don't want to. I want to be able to walk, even if I can't walk to anything exciting, right? Like right? Even if I'm in a residential part of town, can I walk to the grocery store, one or two stores, right? Do I have a couple grocery stores, a couple cafes, restaurants, right? In Costa Rica, the little like little restaurants are called sodas, right? Can I walk to a soda, get some rice and beans, right? Um, Even if I have to get in a car to go to like a mall, fine. Or to do, I don't know. I can't think of things that I would do. I don't do things, right? But even if I have to go to get in a car to do something actual, but like, I don't want to have to get in a car to just go to the store, right? I need eggs. I just want to walk. It's the thing I love about Mexico. I've spent a little bit of time in Mexico City, but I've spent most of my time in some smaller towns. You're hardly ever far from some eggs, from fresh eggs, right? You're hardly ever far from the butcher shop, right? The bacon. You're hardly ever too far. You can just get out and walk. Walk out the door, walk back with the things that you need, with some supplies. So I'm going to check out a couple of different areas. So I've booked Airbnbs in 3 different neighborhoods. I don't know. This is making me a little nervous about the neighborhood thing. I booked an Airbnb in Santa Ana, which appears to be a expat neighborhood, right? A neighborhood with a lot of white people. Well, Costa Rica, Costa Rica has a lot of white people anyway, but an area with a lot of Americans and Canadians, I'll say. Um, so when you're staying in neighborhoods with a lot of Americans and Canadians, a neighborhood that was built up by them, right? A neighborhood that probably didn't have much. And then expats started coming and they started building condos and stuff, right? When you're in those kind of neighborhoods, you usually don't find the conveniences because those people are car people, right? So you don't find the sodas and the little restaurants and cafes and stuff right there. It's usually like gated condo community, gated condo community, gated condo community. But I am going to check out Santa Ana because they have good Wi-Fi, and we'll talk a little bit about that next. So I am going to check out the Santa Ana area. That's the first. Well, first, Connie Perry and I are going to stay in a nice, lush place, but it's out of town and we need a car there. But that's just for us. But my first scouting Airbnb stay will be over in Santa Ana. I'm going to check it out, right? Because I think that's the place where I'm going to get the best Wi-Fi, the best internet speed. So um, I'm going there. I'm going to check out a neighborhood Marina, who is the global black girl, who we talked to on this channel about her life in Costa Rica. She lives in Costa Rica with her family. She's from LA, from Los Angeles, and she lives in Costa Rica with her family. She's in a neighborhood called something. They call it the Beverly Hills of Costa Rica, right? It's called something. It'll come back to me. Um, She's in a neighborhood that has like the big fancy malls. I don't know how big and fancy they are, but they have the malls, is what I should say. The malls, the malls with the Western stores, well, malls with the American and European stores. So, but I don't have an Airbnb booked there because I don't think it's going to work for me. Right now I can't think of it. Escazú. Escazú. I really don't think Escazú is going to work for me. So I don't have an Airbnb there, but I do have an Airbnb within walking distance of Escazú in Rormosar. Rashida taught me how to say it, and I still don't know. Rormosar. There are lots of Germans and lots of German influence in Costa Rica. So Rormosar. So I do have an Airbnb there. So I'll bop over to Escazú and see if it looks cool, see if it looks like what I want, but it seems to be not it seems to not fit when I try to look when because I couldn't find an Airbnb, right? Like if you can find an Airbnb that fits your needs in a neighborhood, then they probably have rental houses that fit your need, right? But I couldn't find an Airbnb that fit my needs. I couldn't find an Airbnb in Escazú that wasn't either a condo, because I don't want to be in a condo. I want to be in a house. I want to rent a house. Or wasn't they have big houses, humongous houses. So it's a there are wealthier sized homes there, or just lots of like, it's more residential than I want, right? Because I need to be able to get to stuff by walking. Anyway, so I'm going to check out Roar Mosur and then just dip over to Escazú. And I'm going to stay in an Airbnb in Barrio Escalante. This is where Rashida said there were the most like restaurants and stuff. It's the foodie part of the town. So I'm going to check out those neighborhoods. I need to check out walkability and public transportation, right? So walkability is walkability, right? Costa Rica is another place where bike riding is not safe, right? Just like in Curacao, bike culture has not spread there. So I need to check out walking and I need to check out the bus and train system. Costa Rica has a bus system and a metro system of some sort. I haven't gotten a whole lot of information, but on the map there's lots of metro stops. So, or like along one path. I don't mean all spread all over the city. I just mean like to take you from the places that it looks on the map like I would need to go. There is some sort of metro system. So I'm going to check out those neighborhoods and see how it works. Again, this is another place where cars are king. I just don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to have to get in a car to do stuff. I don't want to. I don't want to even own a car. I don't want a car, right? If I want to take a road trip, I want to have to rent a car or borrow a car. I don't want a car sitting up in my driveway. So that's another thing. Yes, they do have Walmart in Costa Rica. I can't remember what else I saw. Like you see, I look on Google Maps, right? I've not been to San Jose. I've been to the beach in Costa Rica, but I've not been to San Jose. But there is Walmart. I saw several Walmarts on the map. I can't think of. So what I'm trying to think of is, did I see Sam's Club or Costco? Those things are usually really popular with expats, but I can't remember anything and seeing anything about Sam's Club or in Costco. Hi, Gina. Gina says Escazú is high-end area banking district. Yes, right. So I don't know if that's gonna fit my needs because I have a dollar budget and I have a house vision. Right. So in Mexico, this would be so much easier in Mexico. In Mexico, right? Oh my gosh, you can rent the most adorable little houses, little Spanish hacienda. Not they're not called hacienda, Spanish style. I think they're just called Spanish style houses, right? You know, the houses with the arch doorways and the arch doors, the houses where the ceiling either has that brickwork or the exposed wood. Just really pretty, beautiful tile floors. Um, that's you can get those in Mexico, right? I could be able to rent that in Mexico, 2 or 3 bedrooms, right? I don't know that this is a style that's spread down into Costa Rica. So in Escazú, the houses that I've seen for rent are gargantuan and just not cute. They're just plain houses. Like, where's the Costa Rica in this house? Where is the Costa Rica in this architecture? Can we see some flair? Where is the flavor? Right? Show me the tile. So I don't know that I'm gonna find something that fits me in Escazú. Yeah. So my mom. Yeah, so we're super excited. The Airbnb that we're staying in, like I said, is a little bit out of town. It's kind of in a volcano area. Volcano area. In a volcano area. So we'll be there for a week, just hanging out, resting from the summit. That's really just a vacation to relax from after the summit. So, and it's a beautiful, beautiful building, beautiful home, that Airbnb. But it's not in town. JB says, I want a high rise, right? So this is an important thing to know, right? If you want the high rise life or the street level life, right? High rise life helps to keep you insulated or keep you away from the street noise a little bit, right? When Rashida goes live, we can hear, you can hear sirens and stuff, and she's past the 20th floor, right? But it helps. High rise life helps with the street noise. Um, Bugs, right? High rise life, you have fewer bugs who just wander in when you're in a high rise. But I'm a hermit, and I don't want to go to Costa Rica and continue to be a hermit. And if I lived in a high rise, there are condos that exist. They're not high rises, but you can get on the 8th floor, right? I think you can get a condo in Costa Rica up, but I don't want to. If I did that, I would never see Costa Rica. I would never be out in Costa Rica, right? Especially if I lived in a high rise and found a good like grocery delivery and good food delivery. Forget it, right? I would just be a hermit living up in my little tower, not being in the town, not being in the city. And I don't want that for me. So I would prefer to rent a house, a small house. All right. Hey Sandra from Legacy to Lack. Yes, foodies need a variety of choices. Yeah, food is important to Rashida, and so she was like, "This is the side of town I would live on." All right, this is the only side of town where you can walk to some restaurants. She wasn't enthused with San Jose, Costa Rica. Rashida went to San Jose, Costa Rica just a couple of months ago. Was not impressed, but she lives in Mexico City, right? She lives in the city of city, so it's not going to compare. I'm aware that it's not going to compare, and Mexico City is not for me, right? I'm not a city person. I like towns. All right. Hey, y'all. Okay, so I see. Hey, Tracy. Let me see what you're telling me. Oh, I missed it. I missed something, Tracy. Sorry. I use a third party called Ecamm Live to live stream, and I missed some things. I missed some comments. Looks like I see the second part, but not the first part. Girl, if you saw what was under this thing, I hope I can get my hair together before the summit starts, but there's a chance that you'll just be seeing head wraps for the weekend. Okay? There is a chance. I'm not making any promises. But I think it's a little tight because I'm feeling a little, it's not that tight. Feeling a little disoriented. Sometimes I do my head wrap so tight that it could appear that I was having a stroke. Okay. Okay. I think this may be one of those days. All right. So Costa Rica. Okay, so we talked about weather and walkability. Okay, so another thing that I'm going to Costa Rica to scout out is the costs and conveniences. Because I don't cook. I don't enjoy cooking. I can cook a handful of things, right? But I don't enjoy it, except for breakfast. I do enjoy cooking breakfast. I do want to cook my own breakfast, right? That's the thing. Like I will organize my day to make sure I have some time to cook and sit down and cook and eat breakfast. But I'm not cooking lunch and dinner. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, right? Now, in Mexico, you don't have to cook, right? You walk out the door, either there's a taco cart or just a restaurant or whatever. In San Jose, I don't know. I don't know how convenient San Jose is for people who don't cook and for people who want some stuff delivered when it's raining. I want some stuff delivered in the rain. Curacao, when I was in the Caribbean last winter in Curacao, delivery is not really a thing. So I did find rest, uh, restaurant delivery was a thing. But grocery delivery, I had to find a lady who would deliver groceries for me, right? It wasn't like use this app, whatever. For food, there's an app. Dushi, I think Dushi food. Dushi means sweet down there. So there was a food delivery app, but getting groceries delivered took some effort and some time. And you ordered from her and then she delivered it the next morning, right? Like, so what are the conveniences in San Jose and are they where I want them to be? Because I'm in a point in my life where I want some ease, right? Where I want some conveniences. There was a time when I had no problem doing everything. Not everything. I never did everything. Don't believe that. I never did everything. But there was a time when I didn't want to pay for stuff. I'll say that, right? I'm not paying somebody to deliver my groceries. That time has passed. That time has passed. I'm not paying somebody to do that, right? It was more about being cheap or holding on to money than it was about like actually being opposed to the thing, right? But now take the money. Take the money. Give me my time back. I don't know what these things are going to look like in San Jose. I don't know how difficult it's going to be. Like, what does a housekeeper cost? What does Uber cost? Because they do have Uber, right? For the times when I can't walk and can't deal with the public transportation. The public transportation won't get me there. What does Uber cost? Yeah, I'm going to check these things out. I also need to check out like Costa Rica has a reputation for not having variety in their food, right? In Mexico, you can eat whatever. You can eat whatever, whatever. Costa Rica's reputation is that they don't have variety in their food. There is just rice and beans. Now, I think I could be okay with that because I really enjoy rice and beans. I think I'd be okay with that. And then when I need to go to a restaurant, I go to an international restaurant, right? I think if but the sodas, the local restaurants, the soda that you pull into, when you go to a soda, it's going to be rice, beans, meat. I don't know. I think maybe some plantains. I think I might be okay with that, as long as I can get it delivered. Right? And then when I do feel like going all out, I'm sure there are some international restaurants. I'm sure there's some sushi restaurants in San Jose. But that's their reputation. Another thing, talking of conveniences, another thing I need to check out is the hot water, right? Some places, sometimes hot water is just a matter of you were in the wrong place. You were in the wrong Airbnb. But some places really don't deal with, they don't, you're just not going to find good water pressure and stuff and good hot water anywhere. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making that up, but let's see. Like in the Philippines, I didn't experience good water pressure anywhere. Now, I enjoyed my time in the Philippines, but I didn't enjoy that. I didn't find that anywhere. So I don't know if maybe that was just bad luck on my part, or if that's the thing, that there are places where you're not going to find good water pressure. With the hair that I have, I really need good water pressure to wash my hair, right? I really need good water pressure to get down in there. Hi, Wanda. Do you think you'll cook more when you adopt? No. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. If I don't like cooking for me, I'm definitely not going to like cooking for somebody else. No, that's why I need to make sure that this is a place where they have the conveniences that I'm going to need, right? If it's delivery, if it's a person who will cook and prepare meals and bring it, I'm sure that person exists, right? What do they cost is the question. Is it within my budget? I'm sure there are people who prepare meals for people and deliver them, right? What does it cost? Just like I know there are housekeepers, but I don't know what a housekeeper costs in Costa Rica. I know somebody will cook. We can have a personal chef, not a private chef, but we can have a personal chef. But what does it cost? Will that fit in my budget? No, I don't want to. I'm not adopting to do labor. I'm not adopting because I am so enamored with doing the work of parenting. The labor, the job, the laundry, the cooking, the driving to school. I'm not interested in those things. I don't do them for myself. So no. But what will it cost for somebody else to do it? I don't know. I don't know these numbers, because the reason I don't know these numbers in 2022, when you can find out what people pay for things, right, is that most of the expats who are sharing this information, most of the people who leave the US, go to Costa Rica, they go to different places. They don't go to San Jose. San Jose is just not, it's not awesome, right? San Jose is not awesome. They go to the beaches or the like green areas, the tropical parts. And so I don't know, because I haven't seen people sharing this part, right? This part of this town. All right. Douchey. Douchey means sweet there. Dushi. So the food delivery people were douchey. And they just call you douchey. Hello, douchey. It means sweet, sweet or sweetie. All right. Yeah. So so grocery delivery is a tricky thing, especially with mail. I saw somebody on Twitter the other day. It was like, can we just ban male Instacart shoppers? Can we just stop all men from shopping on Instacart? They don't know what they're doing. They can't find the simplest things, right? You'd be like, bring me a roll of paper towels. They don't have them, right? Like, it's just paper towels. They do. You just have to go in that aisle. They have them, right? I really enjoy the grocery store. I really like the grocery store. My friend Katrina can't stand the grocery store. I really like the grocery store. But I also am a person who will be like, I need this item, but I don't feel like leaving the house to go, right? Because you have to leave the house to go to the grocery store. So I like the grocery store, but I also don't like leaving the house. So then it'll be 4 days later, and now I'm just eating Captain Crunch for dinner because I didn't go to the store, right? I like being in the store, but I don't like going to the store. I love the grocery store, especially grocery stores in different countries. Man, you never know what kind of things people are perfectly normal to people, right? In Mexico, you're not going there and buying some tortillas on the shelf, on the rack, on the shelf, like, right? No, you go to a cooler in the deli section and somebody has made fresh tortillas and dropped them off and you go and get, right? You don't buy like the old El Paso tortillas. No, somebody's abuela last night made a whole bunch of tortillas, packed them up in by like kilo or half kilo, and put them in a cooler, and somebody put them on their motorbike and drove them to the grocery store. And that's how you get your tortillas. And it smells so good. That part of the grocery store smells so good in Mexico, right? I don't remember anything strange about the grocery, not strange, but like different about the grocery stores in Curacao. I guess that they catered to the Dutch, so a lot of things were in Dutch. I used to know the word for bacon because I had to learn the word for bacon in Dutch. So I used to know that because I would order it if you order it from the deli instead of buying the prepackaged. Um, and Spanish is tocino, right? One of the words I know. Yeah, so it's funny. Yeah, so I like to see what's in grocery stores, but I don't like to leave the house to go there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go scout it out and see. So my this scouting trip, I think I'll be there for the full 90 days. Now, Costa Rica is a little different in that you can apply for residency while you're down there. So, matter of fact, I need to look for my birth certificate and just take it with me. Because, yeah, in Costa Rica, you can apply. In some places, you have to leave that country to start your residency application process. You don't have to necessarily go home to your home country, but you need to go to a different country and get your stuff started. But I'm pretty sure in Costa Rica, you can start the residency process right there. So, that might happen. Might, it might not, but might. So that I don't have to deal with the 90-day time clock. Right now, 90 days fits perfectly because I'm going to Mexico, to San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, mid-January. And so 90 days fits. I'll be out of the country anyway, right? October, November, December, yes, 90 days. So I'll be out anyway. And so I don't need to start the process until I come back the second time. But I might. We'll see, right? We'll see what they're talking about. Yeah, I think you need to see things for yourself. If you cannot take a scouting trip before you decide to move someplace, right? I think you just need to be very okay with knowing that you may get there and it may not fit. And you may need to try someplace else, right? May need to repack your suitcases and try a different neighborhood, a different city, a different country, right? Sometimes it's just a neighborhood. But sometimes it's, like, I don't like this place. I don't like these people. I'm not staying here, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna check it out for myself and see. Yeah, Pam, I'm good with rice and beans. Yeah, I really do think that it would be okay for me, but I can see other people being like, I am so sick of this, right? I am so sick of this. Rice is, I really enjoy rice. I really enjoy rice. So if I can add in the little things that I do know how to cook, I think I'd be okay with just rice and beans, right? Auntie Lou says I need wine delivery. I don't know what coast, right? So I live in Delaware. You're not getting alcohol delivered in Delaware, right? Delaware does not have those freedoms. Delaware does not have the freedom of alcohol delivery, right? And so that's not something that's on my radar, right? If I lived in a place where I could get wine delivered, it would be hard for me to then go to a place where you couldn't get wine delivered. I wouldn't want to go back, right? I think that's the kind of thing where you don't want to turn back, right? But because I've not lived that life, I've never had, I'm sure at some point in Curacao, yes. So I've ordered from a restaurant and then been like, yes, and throw in a little bottle of Cabernet because they would do those little tiny little bottles. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is a good point. Hi, Delia. Variety comes with immigrants, talking about food. Variety comes with immigrants. Mexico has a long history of welcoming immigrants. So Costa Rica is also a mixmash of different cultures, But I guess cultures who didn't bring their food, right? Because Germans, they're Costa Rica's very German as well. They're very proud of that, right? They're very like, oh, or not unnecessarily proud, but they're very vocal about it. Like they'll be like, I am a German descent Costa Rican, and I am a Caribbean Costa Rican, and I am a, right? Caribbean people, German people, not and the indigenous people, a couple of different indigenous like groups. I guess I don't know if I don't know. Maybe people have overstated how monotone the food is. Maybe people have been overstating how one note the food is. But Costa Rica is also a place made up of people from other places, right? The whole Caribbean side, right? I don't know. I don't know, but I've heard that from multiple people. When I went to Costa Rica in 20 maybe maybe 2010, 2012. It was before 2014 is all I can tell you. After 2005 and before 2014, I don't know. We stayed on a resort. We stayed on a resort that had surprisingly good food, and I ate rice and beans every meal. All right, I'm gonna go to the restaurant, the resort restaurant. I put a little pancake on my plate, put a little scrambled egg on my plate, put a little rice and beans on my plate. I ate rice and beans with every meal. So that's why I think I'd be okay, even though that was just like a 1 week vacation. But like, I wasn't like, I've had rice and beans 3 times a day for the last week. I'm not going to have them today. No, I was like, oh, get the rice and beans. So, I don't know. So I'm going to investigate that. I'm going to investigate it and see how that's going. We'll see. Junket. Although if you went to the Atlantic side, the Caribbean side, the food was better. Okay. Okay. So Junkhead is saying when you go to the Caribbean side of Costa Rica, the food is better. Okay. That's good to know. I don't have any. No, I booked a beach vacation for some reason. I was like, oh, I decided to take the month of December off from working. May at least 3 out of the 4 weeks. I may take all 4 weeks, but I'm gonna take at least 3 weeks off from working. So I booked myself a little beach vacation to make sure that I do it. Um, right. To force myself. But I booked it on the Pacific side. Honestly, it was just because the Airbnb was cute, right? Like it was just it's like a tree kind of a beach treetop combo Airbnb. Really, I just booked it because of that. But that's in December. So I don't know if this 90-day go around I'll get to the Caribbean side, but I will later. I will when I come back. After Mexico, I may or may not go to Puerto Rico. It looks like the conference that I was going to Puerto Rico for, they're still sending out emails as if it's happening. Puerto Rico wasn't even recovered from, was it Hurricane Maria? And then this most recent hurricane came through. So I don't know. I don't know what my travel plans are going to look like in January after Mexico, after San Miguel de Allende. All that to say, I may get back to the Caribbean side in January. All right. Okay. 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 I'm just scrolling through your comments. I'm not saying anything. I'm sorry. All right. I'm just scrolling through your comments and saying, okay, most of you are just talking about, I'm at the point where y'all are just talking about rice and beans. Michelle says it might be easier to get a housekeeper who cooks. I always think of them as two separate things, but you're right, right? So we talked to Ashley in Africa who lives in Tanzania with her 2 daughters, and she has a housekeeper who cooks, right? I think of them as two different things. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't, because I've never had a housekeeper. Maybe that's why, right? I've never paid someone to do housekeeping, except for like when I stay in an Airbnb. That's when you stay in an Airbnb, you're kind of paying. I've stayed in Airbnbs long term where they bring a housekeeper in, right? But that's it, or house sitting, right? I'm not paying for the housekeeper when I'm house sitting. So I don't associate one with the other, but you're right. Maybe that's the answer, right? Maybe that's the answer. Right? And then when I have the kid, when the kid is there, maybe the housekeeper is also the nanny, or maybe this is a separate person. In Ashley's life, this is one woman. I'm pretty sure. Shows her day sometimes on her Instagram. And I'm pretty sure the housekeeper nanny cook, the woman who does those things, is the same person. I'm pretty sure. Because she braided Ashley's hair the other day. The other day, Ashley was sitting on the floor with her head in the lady's lap, and the lady was braiding her hair. So that's right. I don't know if maybe that's the better answer, right? One person. But I don't know the cost. Okay. So I don't know if this is going to fit in my number. Yeah. All right. Okay. So we've talked about walkability, we've talked about weather, and we've talked about conveniences. These are the things that I'm going to scout. The fourth thing is the most important thing. Okay. The fourth thing is the most important thing. Actually, the fourth thing is the reason I'm not in Costa Rica today. Uh, I need to check the Wi Fi. I need to check how convenient it is for me to work online while in San Jose, Costa Rica. They have a reputation for having bland, or not bland food, but for being one note in the food category. They also have a reputation for being far behind in the high speed internet situation. Now, okay, so internet speed, if you don't know internet speed numbers, this might not make any sense to you. But I know there is a magic number for internet, like Mbps. I think it's megabytes per second or megabits per second. There's a magic number where once I cross this number in internet speed, work just becomes much easier. Okay. So that number for me is about 50 Mbps. I can upload YouTube videos. I can do live streams with a guest. Over 50 Mbps, golden. Here in Delaware, at this house, I'm pretty sure we're over 120 Mbps, right? Which which means I really should have been doing some internet, some interviews over the last couple of weeks while I had this good internet, right? When I was in the trailer, in the RV, in the Florida Keys, in Marathon, I had, my internet speed was 8 Mbps, right? So I could live stream. I could upload. No, I did not upload a video. I may have uploaded a video to test it. I could do things, but things took longer and didn't look as good, right? So if you go back to that live stream, something about working from an RV, Airstream, working from an Airstream, right? Picture doesn't look like it does here. But I can manage at 8. Below 5, forget it. It's useless. Forget it. You can't even upload an Instagram story with less than 5 Mbps, right? San Jose, Costa Rica, on the things that I look at on the internet, remote, no, nomad list and whatever, right? Places where people, digital nomads, share their numbers, right? Uh, People are saying 3, 5 Mbps for San Jose, Costa Rica. Okay. What that means is I need to make sure that I am booking myself in homes that have upgraded to high speed internet. And even then, high speed internet, we're talking 40 Mbps, not 120 like I have here, right? So even there, I think things are going to be less convenient, but not inconvenient completely, if that makes sense. Am I making sense talking about this internet speed? If you don't know, that's the easiest breakdown, right? 8, you need 8 or like under, I'm going to say under 8 Mbps. Things are just not working. I can't work. I can't make money with internet speed under 8 megabytes per second, right? I've been some places where it was 3 or 5. I can't make money there, right? And I need to make money to live. I still need to make money to live. I have not attended Exodus Summit 2022 yet. And so I have not yet gotten some of those good teachings, right? Jolynn GC is talking. Um, Let me get my link. Maybe it's the last thing. Let me hit paste and see what happens. Yes, Jolynn GC is talking trading and investing, right? So maybe it won't be long before I won't have to work to make money. Maybe there will be a time in my life where my money will make me money, but I'm not there, right? And so I need to work to make money. So I need to make sure that I can work from San Jose, Costa Rica. When Costa Rica did start rolling out the fast internet, they seem to have started at the beaches with the white people, with the American and Canadian expats, right? They seem to have started there and moved to San Jose after. So we'll see. I got what is it called? Oh, I asked the Airbnb hosts before I booked my Airbnbs, because I think I may have booked for the whole 3 months, because I'm checking neighborhoods, right? So I'm staying one place for almost 1 month, one place for 1 month, one place for 1 month, right? So before I booked, I said, can you please go to speedtest.net, test your internet speed, and tell me what it says? And they all did it and sent a screenshot. One of them already had it uploaded and had a review that said that they had tested their internet speed while they were there as well, you know. But the other two did it for me, and they're both 40/20. One of them had, when I asked her, she was like, we have the people come in on Monday. Can I tell you Monday? I was like, sure. I just didn't book, right? And then after they came and installed it, she did the test and sent me the information. The other one sent it to me immediately. They understand that it's 2022 and people are working while they're in their Airbnbs and they need to have good internet speed. So I'm going to check on that. Yes, upload, download. Yes. So here in Delaware, I've got 100. I'm over 100 for upload speed and download speed. Download speed is usually much faster for most people. But in this particular house, we have over 120 upload speed and download speed. Right. So that's a good point. I need these numbers I need the download speed to be, I need at least 8 download speed for things to work for me, and at least like a 3 to 5 uploads. Well, no, 3 to 5 upload speed is not good, but 8. I need at least 8 on both, right? And what they sent me was 40 download, 20 upload. So we'll see how that works, right? We'll see how that works. There are also quite a few co-working spaces in Costa Rica. There are 2 different WeWorks in San Jose, Costa Rica. So and they're not listing their internet speed on their websites, which I find strange. I don't like that's like part of the point, right? Wouldn't you list your internet speed if you have a co-working space? So that makes me very suspicious, very suspicious. But I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna check them out and see. Yeah. So y'all, let me tell y'all, the New York metropolitan area is not far behind Atlanta in your internet speed. Atlanta has the worst internet speed, okay? Atlanta, they're lying to you. Okay, so you do a speed test in Atlanta. It'll tell you have 60 and 30. It'll tell you 60 upload speed, 30 download speed. That's not true. It's not, right? You can't do things. It's not true, right? But New York, y'all get the right, they seem to be actually reporting the correct speed, but it is slower. It is slower. The New York metropolitan area has slower internet. Atlanta metropolitan area, y'all have slower internet than other parts of the country. I don't know if y'all knew that. New York at least tells the truth about it. Atlanta lies about it. There's a class action lawsuit in there. I know Atlanta is lying. These people are lying to you. I've done speed tests in Atlanta. They always say, oh, 60/30, right? If it was 60/30, how come I can't interview a guest on my live stream? Like, no, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. I'm not hating. I want y'all to band together and get y'all money, right? This is mesothelioma part 2, right? Get the mesothelioma lawyers out on the case. Get these lawyers on the case. Because there's no way they are being truthful about your internet speed. There's no way. If you had 30 megabytes per second or Mbps and megabits per second of upload speed, then why can't you upload a YouTube video from your computer to YouTube? Huh? It's not true. It's not true. I already know. I already know. Okay, so those are the work things I need to check. As far as I know, that's the only thing I need to check for work. Internet speed and co-working places. I think I really need to start working from a co-working place because I need a schedule. I'm a person who needs to have some sort of schedule, even if it's just 2 hours of work per day. I need a schedule because being free to do things at any point in the day means that I don't do things in the day. The day is gone and I'm like, oh, but I only had two. I only had 2 things to do all day. I had all day to do them, but I didn't do them because I had all day to do them. So I need to get on a schedule. And I think a co-working place might be the answer. Might just be as simple as setting up an actual office in the house that's not in my bedroom. That might be a solution that will work. But co-working, I'm going to try the co-working spaces. Plus, as I said, I don't want to be a hermit in Costa Rica, right? I stayed in La Paz, Mexico for 3 months, the winter 2020. I think winter 20, it's hard to remember. I know last winter I was in Curacao. So it must have been the winter before that. I was in La Paz, Mexico. I didn't meet any person. I didn't meet one person. Not a friend, not a man, not a neighbor. I didn't meet anybody, right? I just stayed holed up in my little Airbnb. It was really cute. I had a little yard. I did drop my laundry off to the lady, and we did, have as much conversation as I can have in Spanish, right? But I didn't make not one friend, not one, like I didn't do anything. I'm okay with not doing anything, but I would like to meet people and make friends and ingrain myself into a community, right? And so I need to try that in Costa Rica. And I think a co-working center might be a way to do that. Costa Rica also has a running culture. Some places they don't really run for exercise, right? Costa Rica seems to, because they have races. There's like some popular half marathons, 10Ks that happen around San Jose. So maybe if I ever get back to running, y'all know it's been on my vision board for 2 years, but if I ever return to running, that might be another way to help me make friends and form a community, Stacey Ann. Hey, Stacey Ann. I do co-working for the social aspect. I tend to work better in my apartment. Okay. I think that would probably be me too. Because I can talk. I like to talk. So I think I might find that same thing. It's better for me. I probably get more done if I stayed home. But my social life would improve by being in a co-working space. I think so. Yeah, so I'm going to try that out and see. What do they cost? I don't know. I'm just gonna get there and find out and see. I don't expect, hey, Ashley. Ashley says your local cafes. So Mexico is a country where you can go to a local cafe and work, and the internet will be there and be on your side. I don't expect San Jose, Costa Rica to work like that. I don't expect to be able to go into a cafe or a coffee shop and sit down and have enough internet to work unless they have upgraded, right? Unless this is one of the places that has gotten the high speed internet. I expect this to be a repeat of Australia. You go to when I was in Australia, now I was there in 2016, okay. But when I was in Australia, I was like, what do you mean y'all don't have free Wi-Fi? You go to a restaurant, do y'all have free Wi-Fi? No. What do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean? What do I mean? Free Wi-Fi. One place gave me, she was like, oh yeah, we have free Wi-Fi. And they gave me like 10 megabytes of data or something like that. Right, like you got a tiny bit of data. You got enough data to get on Facebook, but not enough data to like do anything, do any work. I don't expect San Jose to be helpful in this regard, Ashley, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out together. We're going to find out together. Yep, yep. Marianne says, are you surprised they lie? They lie about so many things. I feel like this is a lie that should have been exposed a long time ago. I don't know why y'all are still living like this in Atlanta. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. Hi, Simi. Me too. I love co-working for the social aspects and for the hot drinks and snacks. Yeah, some places don't give you snacks. We'll see. We'll see what's going on here. Yeah, some places don't have food. I don't understand that, but whatever. So in San Jose, there are two WeWorks. There are two other places that look like they would be a good fit. One of the WeWorks is far, so I don't know if I'll ever get to that one. Even when I'm in Santa Ana, which is kind of out of town, it's still far, right? So one of the WeWorks is far, but the other WeWork is in located where I can probably go visit it when I'm staying in Rormo Sur and when I'm in Barrio Escalante. And yeah, and there are a couple of others that are close by. So if Barrio Escalante is the hit or is like the answer, as Rashida said, it's the best choice out of some not awesome choices. If Barrio Escalante is the choice, there were like 3 or 4 co-working spaces within walking distance. One was the WeWork. Another was like a locally owned and that was really cute. Like, this one is super cute. I would love to work here. And then the other one was looked bare bones, but right in a convenient location. So those are the things that I'm checking out. Hi, Ms. 2018. Hi. I'm glad. Welcome. Okay, so those are the things. What did I miss? This is everything I put on my scouting list. Let me make sure. I feel like I may have another list. Let me type in scouting and say SCOUT. Nope. Oh, you know what? I have a notion. I'm a person who will be like, "Oh my gosh, I love this app. I'm going to do everything on this app." And then 2 months later, I don't even remember that I set all this stuff up on the app. So I have Notion. I went through that with Trello, right? I'm like, oh, I'm going to put my whole life on Trello boards. I set up all these Trello boards and then never used it again. So let's see. To do, move to Costa Rica. I on my to-do list. I put move to Costa Rica. All right. Oh, scouting trip, Wi-Fi, co-working, rainy season. So this is an old list that I wrote for myself. So that's it. Those are the only things that I have written down that I need to make sure that I know before I leave this 90-day period in Costa Rica. Because if these things don't work, I'm gonna check out option two. Option two right now is tied between Portugal and Panama. I think I could get residency in Panama easier than Portugal. I know I could adopt a black kid in Panama easier than in Portugal. I think. Actually, I don't know about that. That's why it's number two. I don't know about the adoption thing. I could adopt in Portugal, and there are black Portuguese people. So anyway, if this is a no-go, instead of suffering, instead of like suffering in paradise, but instead of like the internet is too slow and the rain is driving me crazy and the mud everywhere and I can't afford a housekeeper. I want a housekeeper. I can't afford a housekeeper, right? Because Costa Rica is not the cheapest, right? Instead of those things, I will try my second choice, right? So if these things don't work, then maybe spring, maybe summer. It's time to try out option two. See how that works. I guess yeah. We're actually on option three because Curacao, truth be told, was option one. Curacao was option one. It was never the top of the list. It was just the first one I got to. Curacao was never the top of my list, but Curacao was the first place that I checked out. And I took it off my list. Beautiful place to visit, but it doesn't fit my needs to live there. But I'll be back to visit. Okay, so Amma says I'm ignoring schools and medical stuff. I don't care about schools. I know that there are families who determine their entire location based on let's move to the best school district. Like whatever. They'll be fine. Okay? My kid will be fine. So there are international schools. I have done this Google search at least, so you won't think I'm a terrible person who doesn't want to cook for her kid and who doesn't want to school her kid. But I have looked at does Costa Rica have international schools? And they do, and they're reasonably priced. So I could afford to put a kid in an international school if I found that the local school wasn't it. Right. So if I adopt a kid and the local school, I don't think the local school is educating her, I'd put her there are international school options. I have done that. But I don't think I need to pick a neighborhood based on that. I don't think. I don't think. Right? If somebody's got to drive her to school, somebody will drive her. It won't be me. Because mornings, we've talked about this. Somebody. Medical stuff. Okay. As far as I've done with medical stuff is, does Costa Rica have good health care? I Googled it. So Costa Rica has good health care. Costa Rica has universal health care. Costa Rica has a reputation for um, tourist travel health care. So that makes me think it's fine, right? It's going to fit my needs. I haven't looked for anything more specific. I don't have any pressing needs. So, but I know that in an emergency, hospitals in Costa Rica would take good care of me. You know what I mean? I haven't done any more looking than that. That's something I can figure out after I get there. I don't know that there's a major city that people would want to move to that's not going to have good health care compared to American standards, right? Okay, Rashida says, hi Rashida. She says, I heard they have a good hospital system or good hospital systems in Costa Rica. Um, the reason that places like Costa Rica are on our radar is that a lot of Americans and Canadians and British people have already moved there, right? If it was that bad, they wouldn't have gone, right? Like if and not just people, not just American, Canadian, British people, but American, Canadian, British retirees, right? They're moving there, and these are the people who need access to good health care. So if it works for them, it'll work for me. That's kind of how I do things, right? It's why I'm confident putting Panama number 2 on my list without ever having visited Panama, right? Because people move there, they've loved it, and they've loved it for reasons that coincide with my needs, right? Um, I have been to Portugal. I have spent some time in Portugal. But anyway, we're talking about healthcare. Yeah, so all these retirees are going there. It probably has good healthcare. You know what I mean? You don't hear retirees going to Uruguay. I would assume it doesn't fit their needs. Right? I don't know. Right? Yeah. Diversity Love says being online means she can just have a tutor. Yeah. So I really am not worried about like whatever. We'll figure that out. Okay. Anything else? What about dating? Auntie Trey says, what about dating? Yeah, so Costa Rica is a place that has water. So it means that they probably have men who have yachts. I like yachts. Costa Rica, the average man's height in Costa Rica is 5'9". Average height. Is it average? Yeah. The height of the average Costa Rican man is not 5'9". Check. Right? I'm 5'9". In Mexico, I think the height of the average man is 5'5". Right? So a tall man with a yacht, I think my chances are decent. Now in San Jose, he's not gonna be in San Jose. I'm gonna have to get to the water, right? I'm gonna have to get to some marinas on the east or west coast, on the Pacific or the Caribbean side. Um, Costa Rica is a place that is popular with nomadic people, digital nomads like me, or like I am now, but not like I will be, right? But popular with digital nomads. So there are people from all over the world coming and going. They have a digital nomad visa. I don't remember what it's called. They have a digital nomad visa, so they're welcoming in people from all over the world. So I think if I get myself in the right co-working center, I can meet me a rich tech genius from somewhere who is tall and who likes boats. So I think it'll be okay. COVID, so it's so weird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Are we allowed to date yet? Are we allowed to date in COVID? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. But yeah, I think it fits, right? As a single woman, I think it fits. I think I'll be able to. I am not. I'm not moving to a place where I'm like, forget dating, right? I'm not moving to a place where I'm like, well, that's not going to happen, but some other things will happen, right? Like I'm moving to a place where I'm like, forget having a pool in my backyard, right? It would be really nice to live in a place with a pool in the backyard, but Costa Rica is not that. San Jose, Costa Rica is not that, right? You got to get out to the beaches. San Jose is cool and rainy. So that's off. That's off the list, right? The pool in the backyard is off the list. I could compromise by being in a condo with a pool, an indoor pool, right? Or I could say, okay, well, that's off the list. So the pool in the backyard, off the list. But man, tall, rich man, not off the list. I don't think. I don't think Costa Rica excludes me from that or that from me. Y'all know what I'm saying. Yes. Yeah, people seem to like Panama. All right, and then taxes. Okay, don't forget about Exodus Summit. We have a session on taxes for expats. Okay, Katrina Haynes, CPA, is coming in to do a session on taxes for expats at Exodus Summit 2022, which starts next week. All right, get your ticket at exodussummit.com. If you're watching from the future, still go to exodussummit.com, see if maybe you can watch some replays, okay? There's money in these sessions. There is money in these Exodus Summit sessions. Each session is designed to teach you how to make money or how to keep the money. So Taxes for Expats is there to help you not get screwed over, not just put yourself in a tax predicament. Okay, so what about taxes? I do know that Costa Rica is one of those places with the tax treaty with the US. So I pay US taxes and Costa Rica's like, okay. Now, Costa Rica does require residence. Once I get my residency in Costa Rica, if that's where the route I take, you have to pay 8%. Well, I guess that is taxes. It's just called a different thing. You pay like 8% of your income to get, right, they have universal health care, they have this, they have that, right, to get in on that universal health care, right? So Costa Rica right now says you need to have $2,500 per month of income that is not income from working inside Costa Rica, right? So online income, investment income, retirement income, business income, alimony income, right? Social Security, right? I think the number is $2,500 per month. And so they tax you. They don't call it a tax, but you need to pay 8% of that monthly. So it is a tax, right? So that is another thing. I'm okay with it, but there are a lot of people who have left. A lot of the white, like Americans and British people who have been, chilling in Costa Rica, a lot of them have left because it got more expensive, right? Because you have to show them your income or put money in a bank in Costa Rica. And they didn't want to do either one because they didn't want to pay that 8%, right? So what my plan is my plan is to put my $60,000. So here's what they say. Either show us your income monthly or put $60,000 in a bank account in a bank account, and you're allowed to withdraw $2,500 per month for 3 years, okay? Is that right? 60,000, 2,500 times, I'm going to do this real quick. 2,500 times 36. Is that 60,000? Yeah, 90,000. So it must be 24 months. 24. 2,500, not 2 years. Okay. So you get 2 years of residency by putting $60,000 in a bank in Costa Rica. You're allowed to withdraw $2,500 per month to live on, and they're considering that your income, but you need to use 8% of that to pay your, like, I don't know what it's called, but like taxes. Okay. So I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. Right. I'm okay with that. But there are a lot of people who have left because they're mad about it. They must have doubled it. I think it used to be 4%, and they doubled it to 8% or something like that. And everybody got mad. Not everybody, but some people got mad and left. But I'm okay with it. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why they're there. They're in Costa Rica, says retirees be cheap. That's why they're there. They're there to stretch the money as far as they can. It's me, Yvette. I just did a speed test in Manhattan and the download is 85, upload is 9. Lordy do. All right, so you can stream all you want, but you're not uploading stuff. Okay. 9 Mbps upload speed means if you made a 15-minute YouTube video, you'd probably get it uploaded in, 10 minutes. It's not like the no, actually, probably more like half an hour. Maybe less than 30 minutes to upload a video to YouTube. you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you can see that it's not the best, right? You can see that when you do video call is reveals everything. When you do video calls with people and they freeze, it always in Atlanta, and a lot of times in the New York metropolitan area. Tamra, tall is relative. 5'9" for a man. For me, also 5'9" isn't tall enough. Yeah. Yeah. You get what I'm telling you, my list, Tamra. You decide your list, right? You decide on your priorities. I just mean if the average man is 5'9", there are men there who are 6 feet tall, right? Right? Like if the average man is 5'9", there are 6 feet tall men down there. But I'm 5'9" is fine with me. If like a real 5'9", not an internet 5'9". Yeah, this is an important point. So this is why I'm on my way, right? Residency requirements change when they decide it changes. So Today they could say put $60,000 in the bank. Tomorrow they could say, oh, you're starting the process now, put $90,000 in the bank, right? So I'm on the move. I'm on the move. I want to do it while I know the requirements and while I qualify, right? I don't want them disqualifying me. So now, but don't feel bad for me. It's because in Costa Rica does let Americans come down to adopt and then take the kid away. Right. I would just prefer to stay in a place. I want to live somewhere anyway. So if I'm going to rent a place to stay, it might as well be in Costa Rica because I'm definitely not paying these prices in Delaware. Right. Like, why would I pay the same price in Delaware when I could be in Costa Rica eating rice and beans? Yeah. Yeah. Flexibility. Yeah, I took the pool off the list. For me, right? For some of y'all, the pool is going to go be much higher on the list. For me, I was like, well, here are the places where I can afford to live, where I can adopt a black kid, and where I can have a pool in my backyard, right? Or in the complex, in the neighborhood, whatever. And none of those places were places that I wanted to try out more than I wanted to try out San Jose, Costa Rica. So I said, okay, I'm in a place where it doesn't make sense. Now, there are places in Costa Rica with pools in the backyard. Don't get me wrong. There are places in San Jose with pools in the backyard, even though it's like 68 and raining a lot of the summer, a lot of the year. 68 and raining a lot of the year. Places with pools in the backyard. But I was like, okay, I'll take that off the list. I want a housekeeper and a nanny more than I want a pool in the backyard. Yeah, we decide. You know, an internet 5'9". I'm 5'9". When you talk to him on the internet, he's 5'9", but then when you see him in person, he's not even 5'7". You know, an internet 5'9". Don't act like y'all. Oh, maybe you don't know. Luggage chick travels. Maybe you don't date on the internet. That's an internet 5'9", right? So that's it. So what do I do for money? All right, so let's talk about it. How am I able to check out Costa Rica for 3 months and then just decide, okay, so I want to stay and I'm going to get residency and I'm just going to move down there and rent a house? I make money from teaching things that I know on the internet. This YouTube channel is a wonderful example, right? I started with house sitting. I knew how to book house sits. I knew how to be a house sitter and get free accommodation anywhere in the world. And so I started talking on this YouTube channel about house sitting. And now I have a product, a digital product called House Sitter School. It's a video course, right? That walks you through the process of getting started with house sitting. I have a YouTube channel that is monetized. My YouTube channel makes money to support me. I coach people on two different areas. I coach people on house sitting, and I also coach people on growing a YouTube channel, right? So I do these things for money on the internet. And I am the host, along with Rashida Dow of Sheeta's on the Loose, of Exodus Summit. Exodus Summit is the premier virtual summit for Black women planning to move abroad. If you don't believe me, believe essence.com, who said we were the premier, thanks Yvonne, the premier virtual summit for Black women planning to move abroad. Yvonne McBride, who was here earlier today, wrote a wonderful piece about Exodus Summit in Essence on essence.com. And so these are the things that I do for money, right? And these are some of the things that some of our teachers are teaching during Exodus Summit 2022, right? We have sessions on the very things that I just told you. We have sessions on teaching online, teaching anything you know online, right? It doesn't have to be English. It doesn't have to be math, right? It can be house sitting. It can be sewing, baking, crafting. It can be painting, the arts. It can be photography. It can be hula hooping. It can be, right? You teaching your thing on the internet. We have a session taught by teacher Jade on teaching anything online. So sign up for Exodus Summit. If you have a thing that people come to you for help with, or like, how do you know how to do that? Go to exodussummit.com, register so that you can get in on Teacher Jade's session. If people are like, can you help me with fix my resume? Right? Maybe you want to teach this to people on the internet, or maybe you want to do it for them as a freelancer, We have a freelancing session on Exodus Summit 2022. The speaker is a freelance writer. Jessica's a freelance writer. But freelancing is freelancing. So if you're a freelance resume writer or a freelance graphic designer or wannabe, right? Freelance graphic designer or a freelance accountant. Accountant is, I love accountants, but y'all, not never. That was really, I don't know. But accountants are people who can work from anywhere in the world. And sometimes don't realize that you could be anywhere in the world as a freelancer. You don't have to go to that job. Forget that job, right? Right. Anyway, so we have a session on freelance writing, but it's going to be helpful to anyone who wants to do some freelance work, who wants to take their skill set away from their employer and do it for themselves. Cut out the middleman, right? If you do something where you can cut out the middleman, come to Exodus Summit 2022 and make sure you have your calendar set for that freelance session. Speaking of accountants, we have a session on working abroad for an international company. So people ask us a lot, I want to move abroad. How do I get a job in X, right? I want to move to Mexico. How do I get a job in Mexico? No, we're not doing that. Okay, right? The pay scale in Mexico is not at the standard that you are used to, that you are accustomed to. Okay, you don't want to be paid in pesos. You want to pay your rent and buy your groceries in pesos, yes. But you want to be paid in US dollars or Canadian dollars or euros or whatever they use in the UK, right? Pounds, right? You want to be paid in that. And then your cost of living comes out in pesos or in South African rand or whatever. So the solution could be working for an international company in a new place, right? The speakers who we're speaking to today in Exodus Summit about that particular subject, one of them already worked for the company in the US and went through the process of getting transferred to Belgium. One of them was already in Italy and decided that she wanted a job and got a job with an American company. Okay, so we're going to talk about working for an international company in your new country. Okay, so go to exodussummit.com and get your tickets for Exodus Summit 2022. It happens next week. All right, so you don't have a lot of time to decide. Okay, this is not a high pressure sales tactic. I'm just telling you, you don't have a whole lot of time. Okay. Yes. Yeah, Sandra, who's we just talked to Sandra on the Exodus Summit YouTube channel. Sandra's in Mexico. Yeah, you don't want to get paid in pesos, right? You want to make your money in the bigger. You want to make the bigger money, and then live your life spending the other money. I don't know, big and small. That's. I don't like the way that sounds. I don't like the way that sounds. But you understand. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, Shauna says, I'm an accountant. I'm too introverted to get my own clients. Okay, come to the session, Shauna. Okay, if you love your employer and they are not standing in the way of you living your life, stay on the job. Stay on the job. Jobs, paychecks are amazing. Stay on the job. If your employer is not getting in the way of you living your life, if you decide you want to bop to South Africa for a couple of months and your employer is fine with it, stay on the job. Okay? But if your job is getting in the way of you living your life, do something different. Please, I'm begging you to do something different. We are here to live and not make the job the focus of our life. Our job is not supposed to be the decider in our life. The job is not the sun in this universe. We've made the job the sun in this universe. That's America. It's capitalism. It's slavery, the fruit of the slavery tree, right? It's all of that. But it's not supposed to be that way, right? So if you can find someone who can either teach you the skill set that you need to get your clients, even while being an introvert. And there are coaches who teach that thing. Letitia Stiles is a coach who teaches people how to get clients or sell their stuff on the internet while being an introvert, right? She even has like a branded name. I can't remember what it's called, right? There are people who teach that thing. Or do you just pay someone to do that part? Do you partner with someone to do that part? Rashida and I are talking tomorrow on Rashida's channel. Surprise. You probably already know that because you have notifications turned on for her channel. So you already know. So it's not a surprise. But Rashida and I are going live on her YouTube channel tomorrow to talk about the one key that's missing in your business. I'm going to spoil it. Okay. Well, I'm going to give you a little, I'm not going to spoil it, but a little bit of that is like you're doing everything on your own, and that's wrong. That's wrong, right? That's wrong. I'm an introvert who likes to talk. So to me, getting clients and talking to people about my thing, as long as I can do it from my bedroom, which is where I am right now, right? As long as I can do it from my bedroom, I feel good about it, right? I don't have to leave the house to make money. I will make probably, well, I've already made this time by at this point this year, before by August. I don't remember if it was August 1st or September 1st. I think it was August 1st. By August 1st, I had already made 2 times what I used to make as a pharmacy technician, right? So I'm an introvert. I'm a hermit. I'm a loner. I'm a homebody. And I love that about me. Okay. Even though I said I'm going to change some things in Costa Rica, I really do enjoy it. I really do enjoy that life for myself now. I just don't think it's conducive to the other things that I want, to motherhood and finding a man who I like, right? So I'm going to work on that. But okay, anyway, introverts can do these things as well. Okay. You just build the right system. Build the right system. If your job, I'm serious. Some of us don't know our job is running our life, but it is. It's not supposed to. I don't like that jobs, everything that we do is revolves around the job. That gets the first say and the final say. The job gets the final say on who we are. And that's not it. That's not right. You were not designed. You were not designed to have your job run your life. You were not designed to be a worker. Right? I'm not anti-job, but if your job is running your life, we got to change it because one day it will be our last day. One day it will be, we're all going to have our last day. I want to live. I want to live. If I had said I'm an introvert and so I can't do these things, you know what? I was a pharmacy technician, and at nighttime I worked night shift, and I worked in an IV lab, under an IV hood, making sterile IVs, right, in a sterile lab. Very introvert friendly. I stayed in that room by myself, right? People didn't even really come in during the shift because we had a pass through and all of that. I stayed in that room by myself. Very introvert friendly. So I could have said, I can't do these things because I'm an introvert. You know what? What a ceiling I would have put on my life, right? What a ceiling, a lid I would have put on myself. You can do these things and be an introvert. You just need a system, right? I talked to somebody just the other day and she was like, I have ADHD, so I need processes. Matter of fact, 2 different women I talked to this week, right? Right? Instead of just saying, I have ADHD, I don't do this. I can't do this, right? No, I have ADHD, so here are the processes and here are the steps, right, that I need to take. Here are the processes I need to go through to be able to and live and enjoy and thrive. 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 All right? So for anybody out here if your job is in the way of living your life, Exodus Summit was made for you. Okay? I don't know how more clearly I can tell you. These speakers are coming in to talk about these things for you. Okay? Because Rashida and I, the hosts of Exodus Summit, we have Move Abroad money. We already, we're not doing the summit for ourselves. Even though I do want to, okay, so Kim's session is for me. Kim's session on running a travel business that funds a luxury lifestyle. That one's for me. Okay, y'all can come if you want. But I'm going to be focused and taking notes. Okay, but these sessions are for you. There is a different way. There is a different way. So whatever that obstacle is, if it's, I have small children or I have not grandchildren, right? We come together, we have community with each other to find out how other people are doing things, because that might be a thing that helps you too. That might help you. Okay? I just want us to thrive. I just want us to live. And I really, 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 really hate that jobs have the say in how we live our lives. I really hate that the job is the focus, the sun in the universe of your life. Wrong, wrong. I've said before that I don't say a lot of things are wrong, but, and then I always say something is wrong, but I think that's wrong. Last time I was like, what was it on Instagram this week? I was like, oh, if you pride yourself on doing everything on your own, you're doing it wrong. Okay, so two things absolutely wrong. Other things, do what you want, right? But I think if your job dictates your life, you're doing it wrong. I don't want you to be regretting your decisions down the road. If you have a vision for your life, the things that are in the way of that vision are poison. That's how I treat them, right? I've been very clear about the vision I have for my life. The obstacles in the way of that vision are poisoning me. I can't keep taking them in. I got to go. You can live. There's no exceptional. I'm not exceptional. There's no reason that I should be able to live and other people just be like, well, okay. I want us to live. And yeah, okay. Okay. Hi, Tish. Okay. All right. Cheryl said she can't wait till next weekend. Okay, we're ready. We're ready. All right. So I've only talked about a handful of the sessions, but we've got 18 18 sessions. And again, Rashida's in my session aren't even on the calendar yet. I mean, aren't on the website yet. They're on the calendar, but not on the website yet. That will happen today once Rashida gives me a title for her session. I'm gonna tell you, it's Rashida's fault. It's her fault. No, it's not. So yeah, we're ready. Next Friday, starting next Friday. Come prepared. So Friday is going to be relaxed. Friday is not a teaching session. Friday we have a speaker coming in to deliver the keynote. Uh, from Rich and Regular, Kirsten Saunders is coming in to deliver the keynote on Friday. But Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, which is Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day, those days are sessions where you're going to sit down, take notes, and learn how to make money. Right? So look at the schedule, go to exodussummit.com, click on schedule, look at the schedule, look at the calendar. If none of those sessions sound like anything you're interested in, don't buy your ticket, okay? But if you see one session, if you go to exodussummit.com and you see one session that makes you go, ooh, okay, get your ticket today. Get your ticket today. All right. If it's a session where you think you're going to need to watch it a few times, you're going to try what she said, watch it again, make some improvements, watch it again, upgrade to the All Access Pass. The All Access Pass gives you access to the session replays for 1 full year. Okay. If you see, Rashida said this the other day and it was really helpful. If you see 3 or 4 sessions that you're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Okay. This is also a reason to get the All Access Pass because you're going to start with one. Okay, you can't grow 4 businesses at one time. You're not going to start 4 businesses in one weekend. Okay, so get the All Access Pass so you can pick the one that seems like the one you're ready to get started with. Try it for a few weeks and you'll know, oh, this job requires this and I'm not willing to do that, right? This job requires customer service, right? Running a luxury travel business requires you to give good customer service. Some of us don't really enjoy doing the customer service part of running a business, right? So maybe that's a thing that I pay someone else to do. But it may also be a thing that will tell you, oh, this isn't for me. But you know what? I remember that session on drop shipping and running an e-commerce site. This sounds like the one, right? Then you have the replays for a full year. You go back, you rewatch the session, you pull your notes back out, you get started. Okay? exodussummit.com. Okay? This is where we're doing the sessions, so you don't have to have any third party. People are like, do you need Facebook or whatever? You don't need anything on the third party site or app or whatever. exodussummit.com was where it's all going down. Shirley, thriving as a non-working spouse. Yes. Yes. We love that. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If the job is not in the way of you living your life, okay, keep the job. Watch the session on three secrets to earning. Is it three secrets to earning what you're worth? There's a session on negotiating your salary and other things taught by Team Zekas. This is a session that I think is going to give some women some instant turnaround. I believe that this is a session that you're going to go to team session. She's not only doing the regular session, but she's doing a bonus coaching session, which is going to be kind of like a workshop slash Q&A. I think this is the session where some women are going to leave there and start making some more money. Right? Right? You already have the job. You already have the skill set. You just need to know how to present that to get yourself paid. And Team Zekas' business is called Getting Black Women Paid. All right, this is her talk. This is the talk she has talked all over the internet. All right. So come to Exodus Summit 2022 if your job is not in the way of your life, right? But you just need to make it money. Okay. You just needed to pay you better. Stacey Ann, yes, you are the son of your life, of your universe. You're the son of the universe, right? Not the job. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like when jobs are the deciding factor. I was in bestseller boot camp this week with Jeff Goins, and that was the book that we worked on, Job Detox. My book is called Job Detox. That's a sore spot with me, right? That is fruit of the slavery tree. The idea that the job is your life, that's slavery. That's slavery. The job is not your life. It's just a job. It's a job. It's a piece. It's a slice of the pie. It's a piece of the puzzle. It should help you live the life of your dreams, right? If the job is there to help you make money, then you should be able to use that money to live your dreams. If your job is paying you money, but then keeping you so stressed out, so burnt out that you can't live and use the money that you've used, that you've earned, I mean, what's the point? That's pointless. I don't like, okay, there are things about jobs that I miss. I got a new chair and it swivels. I'm sorry. If can you get motion sickness from watching someone swivel in her chair for an hour? We're gonna find out. Excuse me. I'm choking myself up. We're gonna find out. I'm sorry. I got a new chair that swivels. It's adorable. I don't know. You can't see too much of it. It's adorable. Boom. New chair. New chair weekend. Hello, new chair. Yes. All right. What was I saying? Stacey Ann said you're the center of your universe. Okay. That job, it's a job. It's a piece. It's a piece. Seriously, some of you have a job that lets you thrive and live your life. I love that for you. I've never had that. I've never had a job where I could be like, oh, you know what? I got a house sit in London. I'm going to be in London for 3 weeks. I've never had that job. I've never, I've never even had a job where when I booked my airplane ticket, I was 100% certain that they would approve my vacation request, right? And that I wasn't going to have to pretend I was sick. Many a time, I mean, many a time, I have been on a plane, like, I'm out of the country. If something happens and they're like, no, I mean, I'm just not going to, it's just a no show, right? I'm just going to have to no show on these people. I've never had that. If your job is not in the way of you living your dreams, if your job helps you thrive, some people have that. Danny, who talked who's speaking this year at the summit, and who was a speaker at last year's summit, Danny works for people who she really loves, and they're on her side, and they help her thrive, and they're okay with the other work that she does. They're not in her business, right? It can happen. It does exist, right? But if that's not where you are, you can do better. You can do better. Sandra, I wish I had known this. I allow jobs to stress me to the point that if I didn't leave, we were going to need law enforcement. It's just a job, right? We have to let it go. We got to let it go. Yes. Shonda. Hi, Shonda. Now that I'm loose from a mortgage and a car payment, congratulations, Shonda. I don't care if my PTO is approved. I'm taking it. I mean, that's how I had to do it, but it was always like a struggle, right? First request the PTO days, right? Request 5 days. They give me 3 days and not consecutive days. Then I got to go to each coworker. Can you switch? Can you do this? Can you do that? Right? Then because I made IVs in the hospital, I would even tell people these are the days that I was declined vacation. I'm going to have to call out sick, and there's going to be nobody to make IVs. So if you want it, we had an on-call person. If you want to be on call, remember you are 100% getting a call on this day. So don't put yourself on the on-call schedule, because sometimes people put themselves on the on-call schedule because they got paid, but they didn't want to actually come in, right? Don't look. These are the days that if you are on the on-call schedule, you're getting called in because I'm taking a sick day, right? I would have to take sick days to take my vacation days that I earned, or not, to take the vacation in the way, just in the way of my life, in the way of my life, right? And I did a thing that could not be taken remote. I made IVs. So there are pharmacy technicians who work for insurance companies and stuff, but I didn't know that back then. So at the time, I had to find a new thing. My new thing was a simple thing. I'm on the internet. I help people become a house sitter. I just told you, starting up until August, from January to August, I made 2 times what I used to make in a full year as a pharmacy technician. There's another way. There's another way. I want to free us from I want to free us from jobs. I know that we need jobs, and some of us like jobs. I liked a good portion of my jobs. I like the paycheck. I like the coworkers, right? But I want us to not have to have jobs. I would love it if you didn't have to have that job and you just went because you liked it, because they paid you well, because they supported your life, because your coworkers were good and on your side, because you felt rested and all of that. When you walked in the door, you felt appreciated and supported. I would love that. And the minute it turned sour, you could just go. Just go. I know. I do have a list of things, I guess. I'm like, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just telling you how I did it. And then I'll be like, you're doing it wrong. But these are 2 things I think are wrong. I don't think there's any smoothing it out. I don't think if your job is the center of your universe, I think you're doing it wrong. And I think if you what we said Thursday in the live stream Wednesday on Instagram, I think if you pride yourself on doing things all on your own, you're doing it wrong. We're a community. We are human beings. We're designed, and this is coming from a loner and a hermit. I know you don't believe it. You don't have to. My mom's here. She knows. A loner and a hermit. We are designed. Human beings are designed to operate and function in a community. And when you don't, you're doing it wrong. Right? Same thing with parenting. I've just listed out all the people who are going to parent with me. I'm a single woman, but I plan to have a team, right? I'm not doing this by myself. I'm not. I'm not. I don't want to. I would rather not do it than do it all by myself. Be stressed out, angry, mad at the kid who didn't even ask me to adopt her. Like, you chose me. Why are you in here yelling at me? Get yourself together. All right. Okay. These jobs ain't loyal. These jobs ain't loyal. PTO, pay the others because I won't be there. That's hilarious. Every time in that hospital, every time, I worked for that hospital for maybe 4 years or 5 years. Every time, and I'm talking about 5 days vacation. I'm not talking about 3 weeks off, right? Which should be fine if you have the time. But seriously, you can't figure out how to do, and we had to request our vacation so far in advance, right? You've had 2 months. You can't figure out over the course of 2 months how to give me 5 days of vacation. Get out of here. Get out of here. And I got to train the person, right? And then I go and tell the person, I'm calling out on these days. My vacation was declined, but I'm calling out on these days. And then she'd be like, well, I don't know how to do XYZ. And then I got to train her on how to do it during the workday. These jobs ain't loyal. Yeah, that's what it is. You're welcome. Pamela says, I use fruit of the slavery tree. I use that phrase a lot now. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Chop that tree down, burn it, set it on fire. That's what it is. The idea that your job is the center of your life, that's fruit of the slavery tree. No doubt. No diggity, right? No doubt. You go other places, it's not like that. I don't like it. I really don't like it. It's upsetting. It's upsetting me and my homegirl. It's really upsetting. All right. Okay. So we've talked about the plan. We've talked about, hi, Shirley's talking about walkability. Yes. Right. So we've talked about my scouting trip, which starts mid-October. I'll keep you posted. So I'll be going live from Costa Rica after. So next week is, I was going to say next week is virtual summit. Next week is Exodus Summit, the virtual summit for Black women planning their sabbatical, their move abroad, their digital nomad life. The theme of Exodus Summit 2022 was Move Abroad Money. Okay, so next Saturday, that's where I'll be. Okay, if you don't have a ticket to Exodus Summit, I don't know what you're going to do next Saturday. Okay, we all going to be there. We all going to be in the summit next Saturday. All right, so if you don't have your ticket, I don't know. I don't know. Get your ticket so you can be with us still. Okay, get your ticket at exodussummit.com. And then the Saturday after that is when I'll be in Costa Rica. And we'll chat. I'll have been there for just a couple of days. So I'll give you my first thoughts on San Jose, Costa Rica. Okay? So that's when we'll be back here. Okay? Yes. Kalua Queen, I changed my profession to escape that nonsense. Yes. That's a toxin. It's a toxin, right? Yeah. If it's stressing you out, if it's burning you out, if it's just preventing you from living your life, it's a toxin. We can't keep just ingesting it and hoping for the best. I'm just going to keep taking this poison. I hope it works out for me. It's not going to work out for you. It's not going to work out for you, right? I say all the time that you're not an exception. I say that in a way like, you know, but Rashida says it in a different way. Like, if it worked out poorly for everybody else, it's going to work out poorly for you. Yeah. If right, she said she walked into she thought she wanted to be a partner in the law firm, and she realized that all those people were miserable and she didn't want their life. If it worked out poorly for them, it's gonna work out poorly for you. Yeah. All right. We're people. We're people. Okay. I know some of y'all hate it when I say you're not exceptional, but we're not. We're people. Right? We're people. If it's not gonna work for them, if it didn't work for them, if it landed them in the hospital with a stroke or a heart attack, in the cemetery, right? What do you think it's going to do to you? There's a new way. Live to the fullest, Tiffany. Yes, live to the fullest. We have access to everything. I believe that. There is no ceiling, right? I told you I put the ceiling on myself. If I had decided that, oh, I can't do these things and right, I would have put the ceiling on myself. There is no ceiling. The source of all abundance is in you. The source of all abundance is in me. That's why I'm not exceptional, because I'm all, right? You're all, everything. I'm not exceptional because you got it too. You're not exceptional because I got it too, baby. I got it. It's in me. The source of all abundance is in you. It's in me. All right. And so that's how I know jobs are not supposed to run our lives. In short, in conclusion, quit your job. Now, in conclusion, live your life, live a full life. If you don't know if you're living a full life, then you're probably not, because I think you would know. I think you would know, right? Anybody feel like they're living a full life? I feel like I am living a full life today, and I have a 2.0 or 3.0, I guess, version of my life that I'm moving towards. Also, a full life. Okay? I'm going to keep you posted on the scouting. Hey, Larissa, I do have a TikTok, but it's called House Sitter School. Most of everything else I'm Vaycarious, but on TikTok I'm House Sitter School. Got to sell them. Got to sell them house sitter digital products. Right? I'm on TikTok as House Sitter School, and I'm open to because my YouTube channel is for Black women, right? My clients are Black women. But House Sitter School, because it doesn't involve me, right? You watch some videos, it can sell to other people who are not Black women. So House Sitter School is out in the world on TikTok as House Sitter School. Because you know what? If you want to pay and watch it and you're not a Black woman, help yourself. Help yourself. This is the digital product era. So Rashida's session is on creating information products, right? How to package your stuff in a way that fits you, right? Some of you would never want to package your stuff into a one-on-one coaching session, right? Some of you would hate one-on-one coaching. I like it. It's not the best. It's not the one-on-one coaching is wonderful, but one-on-one coaching is not the best use of my time, right? And I think not even of the client's time. I really believe group coaching is the best use of everyone's time, right? I get to teach one to several, and they get community as well. They get to learn from me and get community, right? Anyway, so she's talking about how to package your stuff into a thing that is right for you. For some of you, one-to-one coaching is it. It's amazing because you really do get to track individual people's progress. You get to be like, hey girl, you got your homework, right? You get to see that transformation. You get to know them really well, right? For others, none of that is going to be good. House Sitter School, there's no individual or group coaching on House Sitter School. I have done both, but not right now, right? Right now, House Sitter School is just watch these videos that I made for you and fill out, use this stuff that I've made for you. It's right here for you. I don't have to be involved. And I literally make money while I sleep because y'all be up late at night watching YouTube videos. Y'all are up late at night while I'm sleeping watching YouTube videos. And next thing you know, you've bought House Sitter School, right? I'm asleep, right? But there are other things. Yes, right? So Rashida's session is on taking your thing and making it the right for you and for the clients who you would want to serve, right? What is the best fit according to what they would need, but also what is the best fit for your life? Because some stuff doesn't fit everyone. Nothing fits everyone, right? Okay, so yeah. Okay. So am I on TikTok was the question. I'm on TikTok as House Sitter School. Okay. Don't forget to get your ticket to Exodus Summit. Okay. Don't forget to get your ticket to Exodus Summit. Lola Sapp. I'm attached to early childhood education, but my mind is in another place. Do you know what the other place is, or do you need some free time to flesh that out? If you have an idea of what you want to do, see if one of the sessions in Exodus Summit 2022 would help you get started with that thing. When I tell you these speakers know their stuff, they know their stuff. These are speakers who know how to make money doing a thing, and they know how to teach you how to get started making money doing the thing. Right? So all of you, if you're ready to either pivot, or even if it's not a pivot, it's just a branch out, right? And you have an idea, look at the sessions on exodussummit.com. Click on the schedule. When you go to the top menu, click on the schedule. You see every single session except for Rashida's and mine. Look at the schedule. If one of those would help you, come to the summit. Every session is worth the all access pass price. Every session is worth the price. So even if there's just one, it's worth the price. There's no session on that schedule where you can't make back $300. There's no session on the schedule where you can't make back $300, even taxes, right? Even taxes. There's no session on the schedule where you can't make back $300. So check it out. Okay. So that's if you have an idea what you want to pivot to or branch out into. If you have no idea, look at the schedule too. Same advice. Look at the schedule. See if any of these could possibly fit. Do any of these sound like something I would want to do? Yeah, there's a variety of stuff in there. There's some gig work, right? There's some virtual phone sex and selling feet pics. There's some gig work on here, right? Where you don't necessarily need to build out a business. You don't need a business plan. I don't think. They might shock me and tell me that I need a business plan to sell feet pics, but maybe not, right? There's some gig work. There's some investing where like I want to learn how to put some money somewhere, and then I want that to pay me back, right? Investing sessions on real estate investing, on Airbnb, renting out your home, which is kind of a mix of investing and like other things, right? There's trading. Jolyn GC is talking trading. So see, okay? As soon as we end, somebody's going to email us and be like, I just found you guys on the internet and where do I get started? Please. Exodus Summit 2022 is where you get started. Seriously, I beseech you. If you're like, oh, you guys, I'm into this. I'm so glad YouTube showed this to me. I'm in. Now, how do I get started? Exodus Summit 2022. Go to exodussummit.com. That's where you get started. I guarantee as soon as we close this live stream, right? Oh my gosh, I just found you guys. Here's my story. Now, where do you think I should get started? I'm telling you the answer right now. Okay? Exodus Summit 2022. Go to exodussummit.com and get your tickets. This is our third year hosting this virtual summit. Our alumni are out in the world, thriving. They're out in the world, living. Yvonne, who wrote our story for essence.com, attended Exodus Summit 2020 and attended the session on freelance writing. Yvonne went to the Exodus Summit 2020 session on freelance writing, and I got more coaching with the speaker because we bring in speakers who do good work, who can help you. Got more coaching with the speaker. And now, this is not her first Essence piece. She was on Essence magazine. She wrote an article. An article in Essence magazine, like the book. She's in the book, right? Now she's making the dough as a freelance writer, right? So, where do you start? ExodusSummit.com. You say it with me, right? I want to get started. Where do I start? ExodusSummit.com. Baby girl, H2O, we don't have a payment plan on our site, okay? But what you do is you get your payment plan set up through a third party. So if you already use PayPal Credit or Klarna or Zip to pay things in installments, okay, you can use them to register for Exodus Summit, okay? We don't have it. We don't know. We don't know how to do these things. We're not tech geniuses. We are not tech geniuses by far. I gotta go. I gotta call. I have a thing at 12:30. We're not tech geniuses by far. Okay. So we do not have a payment plan on our site. But if you go sign up on a third party like PayPal Credit, Klarna, Zip, they're a handful, right? You sign up with them, and then when you go pay for the summit, you use them to pay for your ticket, and that will give you the installment plan. Okay, so women have done it. So women have been in the community saying, "Hey, I got my ticket through Klarna, through Zip, through PayPal Credit." Okay, Cash App. All right, so you guys have been super generous in donating tickets to women who would not otherwise be able to attend Exodus Summit. Okay? Super generous. So thank you for that. If you would like to get in on this and donate money towards a ticket for another Black woman to attend Exodus Summit, Cash App us. This is our Cash App. So you can click the link, Cash App link here in the chat. If you're watching the replay, hello, friends from the future. I hope things are going well. The link is in the description of this video. Okay, or you can, if you don't want to click the link, just go to Cash App. We're Exodus Summit on Cash App. $ Exodus Summit on Cash App. Okay, we're going to pool that money, and that's starting very soon. We're going to pool that money to give to women who would not otherwise be able to attend the summit. Okay. Yeah. Anything else about the Cash App? Or, and if you want to designate some money for coffee, you can say, right? So if you want to designate money all to a woman, it'll automatically go to a woman who's for tickets. But if you want to put a little piece of that towards our coffee fund, so every morning we can do a little coffee break and people can go to Starbucks and use our coffee card, you can add that in as well, or designate that as well. And we're not selling the tickets. The donated tickets are being donated at a discounted price, not the full price. So if you want to buy someone a full ticket, okay, it's $39 and 147, something like that. 140, right? So it's being okay. The money is being bundled, is what we're saying. Where the money is being bundled, and the ticket prices are discounted. Okay, so those gifted ticket prices or donated ticket prices are being discounted. Okay. So if you say, I would love to buy someone a ticket, but I don't have $97 to give you. It's not $97. It's 39 or 147. Okay. Okay. If you want, I don't remember. Okay. So Rashida and I talked about what to do if you want the donated ticket, the sponsored ticket, but I don't remember if she told me it was okay to give you instructions. So I'm going to give you instructions, and I'm stalling just in case. All right. So if you would not otherwise be able to attend Exodus Summit, okay, Black women have donated money to put towards tickets. Okay. This is not a free ticket. It is a paid for ticket. Okay. It's paid for. I'm saying this because when we give away free things, sometimes we have a history of the people not coming, just no showing on the free thing. It's not a free ticket. Okay. Okay. So donated tickets, hold on. Rashida and I go live tomorrow, so maybe we'll have a better way for you to request the donated ticket tomorrow. So we go live tomorrow. Okay, not yet. Okay. We go live tomorrow. This is where we're going live tomorrow. So go click on this link now. Seriously. Click on this link now and set your reminder. Okay, so maybe we'll have some better info tomorrow. That's why I was stalling, okay? Because I don't remember what she said and I don't remember how to do it. Rashida and I divide up things. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. Rashida and I divide up responsibilities. And if it's not my responsibility, child, I don't know. I don't know. This year, we actually paid a graphic designer. So a good piece of my responsibility from the first 2 years off the table. So I'm relaxed. Rashida's like, oh, I'm so stressed out. And I was like, girl, you see me over here glowing? That's what I said. You see me over here glowing. I gave my responsibilities to somebody else, right? Okay. We're giving away tickets tomorrow as well. So come tomorrow to Rashida's live stream on Sheeta's on the Loose. Her channel is Sheeta's on the Loose. We go live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, 8 Pacific. Okay. So get yourself a reminder. Click on, you can do it. You can click on this link. It's okay. Click on this link right now to set your reminder so that you'll be in the live stream tomorrow where we're giving away tickets. We're giving away tickets. Okay? Okay. I don't know Amazon Talker. Nick Jones, I'm going to Google that. Oh, a tutor with Amazon. I've never heard of them. See, there's tutoring. There are platforms out here where you can teach your thing and tutor people in your thing. We're going to talk about that in the summit. Okay. Okay. And you must be, this is right. So Rashida has a filter on her YouTube comments. So you have to subscribe to her YouTube channel in order to be able to comment. And you need to be able to comment in order to be able to get to win one of the tickets. Okay? So there's a process here. I'm telling you. Click on the link now to Rashida's channel, set your reminder, and then subscribe to her YouTube channel now. Okay? Subscribe to Rashida's YouTube channel now. So we should see a bump. Okay, there are 580 of you. I don't know how many of you want to make sure that you win a ticket or make sure that you have the best chance to win a ticket. Okay, go over there now, hit subscribe to her channel. Okay, because if you're not subscribed, you're not going to be able to enter the drawing even if you're watching. Okay, This is important. There's a delay. Okay. It's to keep people, right? We want the tickets to go to us and not strangers. Okay, okay. That's just the facts. Because you don't know. You can't control. We say it's for Black women only, but you don't know. If it's not us, who knows? Okay. Thanks for, thank you. Zakia is doing this for me. This is a team effort. Thank you, friends. Thank you very much for the super chat. So super chat will also go to the pool of donated tickets. Thank you, guys. You guys are so good. Thank you for that, Zakia. All right, Brooke Bello, thank you for that super chat. I hope that you're still here. We appreciate the super chat, and we'll put this towards the pool of money for donated tickets and coffee. I'm gonna split it. Okay, we'll split this between donated tickets and coffee because I like coffee. And yeah, because we can. Because we're getting a good, you guys have been very generous, so thank you. Greta King, thank you very much for the super chat. Okay, we're gonna split this between a ticket and coffee. Thank you. Je t'aime. Je t'aime. Je n'ai pas français. Is that right? Je n'ai pas? Is that I don't speak French? Hello, Jatem. Thank you very much for that super chat. We'll split this money between the two categories. And Buddha Lion, thank you very much for that super chat. You can apply this where needed. Thank you. Very generous. Thank you very much. I hope you're still here. Thank you for that. We will. We'll put it to wonderful use, right? We'll put it to use. We'll make sure that Black women who otherwise wouldn't be able to attend and get Move Abroad money, right? Or like we're not giving you money, but we're teaching you how to make money. Black women who wouldn't otherwise learn this will be able to come and change their lives. Like there's life-changing amounts of money in these sessions. I feel perfectly fine saying that. Rashida is an attorney or a recovering attorney. And so some things she won't say, but she'll say that, right? She'll be like, it's not called lifetime access. Who's lifetime? What's lifetime access? You have to put a number on it. You get 1 year of replays, right? But something like this money can change your life? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Right? And so thank you very much for that money. It's going to go towards this, towards somebody's life transformation, just like we've already seen. And coffee. We're going to split some of it off for coffee so that we can have little coffee breaks in the morning and go to get our Starbucks and get started for the day, which I really enjoy. It's really fun. Okay, I have a 12:30. I haven't had breakfast yet. Nice talking to you guys. Okay. I'll see you again if in the summit next week, or no, I'll see you on Rashida's channel tomorrow. Then I'll see you in the summit next week. If you don't have your ticket to the summit next week and you come here Saturday, surprise, we're not going to be here. We're going to be out learning how to make our Move Abroad money. Okay. Again, the link is exodussummit.com to get your tickets. We'll see you there. We're excited. I'm excited. We can't wait for you to come to that session. Let me get that. Okay. We can't wait for you to be there to come to that session. All right. We'll see you. Okay. I'm going, Nick. I'm going. All right. Have a good day. Bye, guys. Thank you again. Thank you for being so wonderful. Thank you.